False confidence can be a real problem for investors. It's where we think we have greater abilities than we have, or we have more control than we actually have. If we're dealing with slot machines, people have more control, or they feel like they do anymore, when they're pulling on a lever versus pushing a button. And reality is they don't have any more control. Same thing with investing. Let's say that we're looking at international versus US stocks. Now this may be with cash versus stocks, or with large companies versus small companies, or with one stock versus another. But I'm just going to use this example for you. If we're looking at how much do we have in US versus international, at the end of the 70s, I would have felt that investing in the US didn't make a whole lot of sense because international did way better. And then in the 80s, we see the same thing all over again, international trouncing US stocks. Now, when I entered the business in the late 80s, I had a colleague actually say that to me. "Congrats, Paul, on your new securities license. Forget about US stocks. It makes no sense." And he had 20 years of data to back him up. That's a long time. But in the 90s, US beat international handily. And people were saying, "Oh, US are all the stock, those stocks are all the rage again. Analysts are agreeing that it's a great place to invest, and the Dow hitting 36,000. No, it's going to even go higher than 36,000." And people got pretty excited about it. And then international beat US, and some areas of the market beat US by a wide margin during the next decade. Then, of course, so far this decade, international has been outperformed by US, and all of a sudden that's giving people confidence that, hey, forget it, international, let's just invest US. We're comfortable with those companies. Well, in a bull market, everybody's a genius. If we're talking about bull markets in US stocks, people say, man, it doesn't make any sense because US companies are doing so well. But remember, this can go back and forth and will go back and forth. Don't make the mistake of recent run-up in US stocks as a sign of your investing prowess if you're investing more there. And studies of investment managers show a little or no ability to deliver positive returns outside of what you'd expect through random luck investing. Now, if the best educated can't do it, then your ability to do it as a layperson probably won't come through either.